Welcome back to another episode of the Team 7 podcast. We're going to let Isaiah introduce everybody around the table.
It's me, Shug's Desert Storm, as usual. We got Casey, the main man, the main general, and we got our main man right here, Darren. We all grew up in the same neighborhood, same team, so, we've known each other for a while, and I'm going to take us right into a classic story. So I was telling them, my mom was a teacher, and every school I went to, she taught at, because she wanted to see her sons, in the same school, and we never rode the bus. She always dropped us off, because we went to the same fucking school at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But as when we moved in the neighborhood, and I finally met Ernest and his brother and Louis and everyone, when I moved in the neighborhood, we could just ride the bus because everyone rode the bus. And I was like, nah, I ain't gonna get dropped off no more, ma. Like, I'm gonna ride the bus, like all my niggas and shit.
I'm a cool kid now.
Yeah.
Word to my mother, it's like, this is fact. I got the man right here, he can vouch. Word to my mother, like, it was like the third or fourth day of school, and you remember the third or fourth day of school, like, you still doing syllabuses, like you still, you ain't got.
It's high school.
You're figuring out your classes, like, where the fuck am I going right now?
Facts, like you ain't, it's not too much stress.
Right.
Somehow, some way, my nigga just like jumped in some beef on like the third or fourth day of school, right in the morning. And I'm gonna keep it G real with y'all. Ain't no one like to hear some loud shit in the morning.
Right.
Even to this day.
You're like, bro, I'm waking up. Like, what y'all on?
Facts.
Like, fuck.
Facts. So I get up on the bus, right? We all get up on the bus, and everyone sits in the same seat. We got Casey in the back, you got his brother, to his left, and then it goes all the by age time. You got my brother Louis, all the OGs, and you got the young niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened. I think this nigga was like doing some shit, right? The bus driver says, "Hey, yo, stop doing what you doing." My nigga Casey dead ass look in his face. Cause you know how the bus driver got the little mirror. He can like look at you.
He's like looking at all the kids like.
My nigga Casey, word to my mother, says, "Nigga, lick my dick."
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like a freshman in high school. Like I'm just out of 8th grade. Like this is like. And you gotta understand. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And my nigga Darren can vouch for this because Darren's a little bit older than me, but we're in the same grade technically. Casey always looked like this.
Yeah, always had a beard.
Casey always had a beard.
Grown ass man.
Grown ass man.
This man look like a fucking.
Nigga, hold up. Casey with a
bro.
beard. The Instagram handle, nigga. Casey with a beard.
And so this bus driver said, "Hey, yo, sit down." He picked the wrong one.
He picked the wrong one, bro. He didn't want those.
My nigga
problems.
Casey was a grown ass man, like
He didn't
17,
want those
18. He
problems.
said, "Look my dick,"
In
and I
his
said,
prime.
"Oh my God,
In
is this
his
what high
prime.
school is like?
Come on now.
Is this really what high school's like?"
Nigga,
Bro, he
hold
had
up.
smoke. As soon as we pull up to campus, right? He already had the officers there. Nigga, he had the principal there. What's the black dude name?
Paige.
Paige.
Hold up, Isaiah, hold up. But you ain't getting the
Why
whole
they take
story.
it there?
It's
Why
all
they take
context.
it
Hold
there,
up, let
bro?
me the context.
Yo, fill him in.
I'm gonna fill you in.
Fill him
So
in. This is a classic story. This is a classic.
So this was like literally third day of school.
Third or fourth day.
Um,
On my mother.
me and my brother, we walking to school. We getting lit before school and shit. Because
Oh, so you was smoking?
Yeah, nigga, I was lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all that.
And nigga, you know what I mean? I was type of nigga that was drinking drinking lean in high school and shit.
Oh shit.
So I was, you know what I mean? I had my full pulled up. You know what I mean? I was goose. Nigga, it's 7 o'clock. Nigga, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm lit. Nigga, I'm on. Nigga, bruh, the bus driver pull up, and he already's looking at me all weird. Nigga, and, nigga, I'm the type of dude. I'm
He already tripping off.
You can look at me however you want, nigga. But as soon as you speak, nigga, that's when I'm gonna know. You know what I mean? What's really hood. And so,
Let him know.
I'm in my spot. Oh. I'm in my spot. You know what I mean? My little lady at the time. You know what I mean? We having a little moment. We having a little moment at the back of the bus. You feel me?
Yeah.
And this nigga, I'm guessing he's seeing how the shit is going. And so he like, hey.
He trying to put a stop to it.
Yeah, he trying to, you know what I mean? Trying to call
He
about the
hated him,
nigga.
bro. He
And
hated
so
like a motherfucker.
it was like, hey you, stop what you doing. I was like, nigga, you can suck my dick, nigga. It was like, what? And I was like, you can suck my dick, nigga. Fuck you. It was like, okay, when you get to school, we're gonna have a talk. I was like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. When I pull up, nigga, officer.
And you're witnessing this.
What is it? Is it Hill? Is it Hill or
Freshman
Hank?
in high school.
Is it Officer Hill or Hank?
Officer Hill.
Officer
You probably
Hill.
never heard some shit like
Nigga,
that
Officer
before, like, oh my
Hill's
God,
there,
what the
nigga.
fuck?
Maramingos, Coach Maramingos is there, nigga. Coach Page is there and shit. And they're like, Hutch, you gotta talk to you. I was thinking, I don't give a fuck what you niggas talk about. Nigga, it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
I
What
do
the
not
fuck?
care. Let me go
And
to my
then
class.
They're like, we heard that you were disrespectful to this man. I said, this man was trying to butt into my fucking business. He was like, what was you doing? I was like, I was having a moment in the back of the motherfucking back of the bus, minding my own business. and this nigga tried to butt into my business, nigga. And as you know, I don't like that. So I told this nigga he better keep driving, or you know what I mean, some bad shit gonna happen. He was like, Ernest, you can't say that. That's a threat. I didn't really say that. I just told this nigga to suck my dick. But he was like, Ernest, you really can't say
And
that.
how do you think this will feel, nigga? As a young nigga like me, I'm seeing my OG like as a kid, like I've never seen a young nigga speak to a grown adult like this.
Yeah, nigga, but I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I got a loose ass
Coming
mouth,
from
nigga.
your mom taking you to school. Hey, what y'all listen to on the way to school?
And
bro?
that's like the third day of me riding the bus.
Nigga, I'm telling you, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
This is high school. Yes, sir.
Nigga, I'm
This is
telling
what
you, I don't
it
give a
is.
fuck. 'Cause look, nigga, let me tell you another situation. Let me tell you another situation.
I was used to having my lunch pack, nigga. Oh, have a good day, and I'm over here telling
Lunch
nigga,
pack
look
and
my
all
dick,
that.
nigga, suck my dick, nigga. He was about to go blast on the
Nigga,
bus
hold up,
driver.
Isaiah. Remember that?
Oh
Remember that time I was
God.
walking a different girl to your class one day and shit.
Yeah.
Start that situation off.
So this is a classic story. It's the same year, but like later on, this is right
Mhm.
before Ernest left, you know. And I ended up joining him. I ended up dropping out of high school, you know, same way as Ernest.
Yep, been going to class, finishing our shit at class.
You know what I'm
nigga.
saying? And it was right before, like, you know, we had left, and I was at West Campus. And I had told Aaron, I forgot what the fuck I was like, I think we were leaving or some shit. And I was like, hey, yo, nigga, slide with me to this little class real quick. I gotta pick up some little paperwork.
Mhm.
He said, for sure, my nigga. And you know, if anyone went to Central back in the days, back 2014, 13, 15, somewhere around there, they did not like you having headphones. This is
Yeah,
before
always had
They did
2022.
not-
Get my
yeah,
cup.
I used to rock the hoodie. I just put
Facts.
my shit over and be
That
like,
was the
nah,
fit.
y'all not fucking with me. Nah,
That
I
was
got
the
my
fit.
earpiece
Get my
in. I'm like these.
That was the fit. I think that's mine, Cuddy.
You sure?
And I've been sipping that down.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
one, this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
But this is before 2020, 2022.
I'm
These
out.
niggas are privileged because my mom is still a teacher, and she says kids nowadays can have earphones, earbuds, all the shit. Back in our days, you know, mine and Darren and KC's days, you know, if you had headphones, they're taking your phone, they don't take your headphones.
Like, why though?
They ain't taking my shit.
Like, I'm paying attention
And
to class.
this
I just
lead-
want to, like, listen to music and chill.
Nigga,
Facts.
and they ain't taking my shit. I
And
swear
this
to
is
God,
what leads
nigga.
up into the story. So I told, yo, mom with me real quick, you know, we about to leave real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had left some shit.
Mhm.
He said, for sure, Cuddy. And we had Mob up to hit my history class, and I went to go pick up my little shit, and she said, hey, yo, you, take out your earphones. And my nigga
Nah,
KC
bruh.
says, what?
I'm like, nah.
She said, yo, take out your earphones. What's your name? He said, my name is Suck My Dick.
Mhm.
And she was like the most baffled I've ever seen. And I said, oh shit, nigga, this is my teacher. Like, like I gotta come back to her. Like,
Yeah, she don't know me.
and I was just like, oh shit. She was like, suck my dick. She was like, what'd you say? She's like, suck my dick. She's like, what's your name? And he was like, nigga, suck my dick. And I said, Ernest, look at the fuck up out of here. Nigga, we got up out of here. Nigga, we got on the bus. Nigga, we came home, smoked 2 blunts. He was just tripping.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
nigga. No, 'cause look,
Tripping,
nigga,
like-
hold up,
No,
'cause
no,
look.
Let me tell y'all this. All throughout high school, I never got lit. I never smoked none of that, bro. I was like, you know what? I'm
Good.
locked in. I'm gonna get this school shit out the way, do electives,
Yeah,
all that.
because wasn't
and
you
I'm gonna turn up after.
Because wasn't you
I'ma
supposed to
turn
be a
up after.
doctor, my nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, that's like
Yeah.
10 years from now. Like, that's
Facts.
what I'm gonna be.
My
For
nigga
real.
gonna be a doctor.
10 years from now. I'm stamping it right here.
He's gonna take care of me whenever I get beat up in my fights. I'm
For real,
gonna
I'm gonna slide y'all the perks for. I mean, I'm.
Nah, come on.
Bro, we gotta edit that out. We gotta edit that out. Hold up. Nigga, look at him when he taking his master's thesis.
Nah, look, just keep rolling,
This nigga
cuz.
gonna be doing his
Keep
master's
rolling.
thesis,
God.
and he gonna be like, oh wait a
Y'all
minute.
feeling down on me? I got something for that.
Keep rolling, cuz. Keep rolling, nigga.
But what would you
Keep
say?
going.
What would you say?
No, that's like. If anything, I went out in Sacramento, did my thing, but I had to come back on some family shit, so
Word to my mother.
it's all good. Stuff still there. My bad. But shit. Who's that on? Shit, it's a lot of school. It really is. Like, that's why I'm trying to go to city right now. Run my shit out the way.
But you had a story about West or what?
Nah, I went to East all 4 years.
Oh yeah, you
Even
didn't go to
freshman year, they had a program for health.
West? Okay.
So I was like, that's perfect. Like,
Nigga,
I'm
let
going
me
into,
nigga,
like,
let
I'm
me
trying to be a
let me
doctor.
tell you something. But I gotta leave the detail that Isaiah leave down his story. So at the time, you know what I mean, I'm a young man. I was junior year in high school and shit.
Mhm.
I think I just broke up with some girl and I was getting with some other girl and shit. You know how that shit go, nigga. Your emotions everywhere and shit, right?
Right. On times two with it, bro.
Nigga.
Especially if you be smoking. And
Yeah,
drinking.
nigga, and so,
Come on now. I'm already knowing.
Isaiah was like, hey, nigga, walking me to my class and shit. And I was like, yeah, nigga, whatever, what's up? And so he walked to his class. nigga, I got the jams going, nigga. I'm already pissed and shit. And then,
All that.
hey, take your headphones off. And I was like, what? She was like, take your headphones off. I was like, fuck you. She was like, what's your name? I said, my name is Mr. Suck Your Dick. She was like, what? She's like, what's your name? I said, my name is Mr. Suck Your Dick. She was like, oh my gosh. She's like, Isaiah, what is your first name? He was like, I don't know. And then we walked off.
Stitch.
Nigga, we walked off. Like I got real nigga. And we walked off, nigga.
The fact that you should have said, I think it's Mr. Seguro.
Man, I was
And then,
like,
nigga,
oh, Stitch.
and then nigga, we walked off, nigga.
Oh,
We walked
no,
off,
nothing.
nigga. End of the school, nigga. We get to the
I would
house.
be good.
Nah, you know what I said?
What?
I said, this is my brother.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, if so, you already know my name, my nigga. Like, so.
Just check the file, cuz.
But she was never gonna find it.
Hell no, cause Michael didn't look like me. So, you know what I mean? So we walk off, you know what I mean, finish school and shit, get to the house, smoke lunch and shit. But let me break this other story down, cause I know Isaiah wants to hear you say this. So nigga, this one day in PE, nigga, me and Isaiah is in the same PE class, but he's in a separate, different teacher, but same period or whatever, right? And so it's a bunch of different kids mixed in and shit with us. Got my cousin in there, my brother and shit, a couple of my homeboys. And we smoking, behind the bleachers and shit, you know what I mean? Nigga, like real shit, nigga, we smoking behind bleachers and
But,
shit.
hey, but they be in the golf, they pull up on you on the golf cart, like, fuck.
Nigga, fuck no, nigga, because
Because
I knew all the teachers back then. So all the teachers would be like, Ernest, what we gonna do about this? I'm like, come on, my nigga, just give me like some, you know what I mean? Give me some punishment at practice or something, nigga. Don't come on.
Oh yeah, for real. Let me.
They're like, all right,
bro.
yeah, we gonna
Man,
make
let me
you
get
some.
20 yards
Yeah,
straight.
we gonna make you some shit. Yeah, because you know what I mean, at the time,
My bad.
nigga, you gotta think about it, in high school, bro. All their job to do is to get us to college, nigga. So at the time, nigga, I got offers coming in
I
and
didn't
shit,
think about it
and
like
shit
that.
like that. So,
Yeah.
but I was a junior, so I had to go to senior to try to actually get the offers and shit. But nigga, I already went to UCLA campus, checked out their campus and shit.
Mm.
So, you know what I mean? That was the
Back
school I was gonna go to,
Back
nigga.
then, it was like they weren't even like developed yet. Like
Nigga.
the whole city was like,
Nigga,
it was a different vibe.
They
bro.
did me and my cousin JB, my nigga Mike. We went out there with a couple football players. Niggas. We scouted the whole entire campus. They showed us the football program, the wrestling program, the basketball program, the weight room, how that shit gonna be when we go to campus and shit. We went through the little.
All that, bro.
Nigga, we went to the
Trying
little.
recruit,
Nigga,
trying
it was
recruit.
funny as fuck. Nigga, we went to the little stores and shit, and hella the homies on the bus. Got caught up and shit. Them niggas was stealing socks. Niggas was stealing sweaters and shit. Niggas stealing
Chinatown.
beanies.
Hey, Chinatown, bro.
Nigga, real
All
shit,
that, they
nigga.
sell
All
all
up in that. Oh,
They
nigga,
they come from the
all
Boston
up in that shit, nigga. And then,
Oh.
nigga, we was doing all that shit right, and then we get back on the bus, nigga. Everybody on the bus thinking we about to play for UCLA,
Yeah.
and then nigga,
like
my,
fuck, I'm about
nigga,
to
the rest of my junior year was on some bullshit because I was bullshitting. I was high off serving, nigga, every day. No bullshit, every day.
You're not giving a fucking class,
Nigga,
bro. Like,
but-
that's the thing. That's why I just stayed like sober
But
all
nigga-
through high school.
Nigga, this one day, nigga, we all lit, we all smoking it for, you know what I mean, behind the bleachers and shit. We bullshitting.
I was there, nigga.
Yeah, my guys there.
He said I got a blunt
I was
too,
there,
I
nigga.
chilling.
We was, you know what I mean, was getting lit, you know what I mean, behind the bleachers and shit was, this bullshit. And then, they called, the little roll call shit, we all line up. They go through the names, go through this bullshit, we break out in the little sections, go play basketball, go play this, go play that. Nigga, we outside though, we outside in the fields and shit.
Yeah.
And so, he bullshit, playing soccer, playing whatever the fuck we doing. And then, nigga, me, Isaiah, my nigga Rich, my brother, and my cousin and shit, we bullshitting. And then these other weirdo little niggas is just always with us, nigga, because it's a group of bitches that's always looking at us. And you know what I mean? Because, we the niggas in the
Come on now,
class.
they like, who-
So-
And you gotta
hey,
think, I'm the
who
young
are they?
nigga, bro. And you gotta think these are juniors and seniors, nigga. And I'm the young
Well,
freshman.
no, juniors and sophomores.
juniors and sophomores.
But
Oh yeah,
you-
'cause you were a junior.
Yeah, junior.
But yeah, you're cool.
I was
Yeah,
a young
yeah,
nigga,
nigga.
bro, and you gotta think like I was getting like these junior bitches like from my nigga Ernest, like,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, nigga, and so like,
He
and
said,
so like,
"Oh, I'm not ready for
nigga,
that."
so like,
I'm not, I
all,
wasn't.
so all
He
these.
said, but I'll take it though.
Nigga,
Facts,
so all
facts.
these different
Take
bitches, you know what I mean, trying to follow our group and shit. And we just bullshit.
Word to my mother.
And nigga, and then these little niggas, I don't even know who the fuck these niggas is. I never knew this nigga.
They were in
name.
my grade. They were in my
Yeah,
class.
that was his class.
They was hating on me.
Nigga, they was hating on Isaiah and shit.
But what
The
they
nigga-
fucked up.
when nigga went, but hold
what
up,
race were they?
it's a little black nigga.
Little black
But
man.
look, nigga, this is where they fucked up.
Taking their girls.
This is where they fucked up. we was playing, was hooping, and they did some shit to my nigga Rich, and they was talking shit to my nigga Rich.
Exactly.
I don't let that shit slide, nigga, cause he my grade nigga, he my nigga, he like close
like,
personal nigga.
Let's go.
And so,
nah,
nigga,
broad day.
Yeah, broad ages.
Broad day.
Nigga, and so, so my nigga Rich, but hold up, but nigga, my nigga Rich, he a lover, nigga, he ain't a fighter, nigga, but nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga, I'll slap your ass in front of your mama, nigga, if you disrespect me. And so, this nigga, he disrespect my nigga Rich. I was like, Rich, you want the nigga disrespect you like that? He was like, nigga, I got my girl, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I was like, I got my bitch, you still, I'm about to trip, nigga. He was like, nigga, don't trip. I said, nigga, I'm about to trip. He was like, don't trip. Nigga, I walk right to this nigga, grab the nigga to the fucking thing, threw his ass to the thing, to a little wall. I said, nigga, what the fuck you doing tripping on my nigga Richard? He was like, what? I said, what the fuck you doing tripping on my nigga Richard? He tried to say something, nigga. Didn't give him time to speak.
Wait.
Slap. Nigga, I slapped him like a bitch. I'm talking about 5 fingers, slapped him to the ground like a bitch. Like, slapped him, he fell to the ground, he picked himself up, his lip shivering. And I was like, yeah, nigga, you ever talk to one of my niggas ever again, nigga, this slap is gonna turn to a fist. I'm gonna fuck you up, this nigga up, all these other niggas up. Don't ever talk to this nigga, that's I'm playing Isaiah, so don't talk to this nigga.
Richard has the glasses, right?
Nah, not that nigga, my nigga, different Richard.
Josh, right?
Yeah, that's Josh.
Oh,
I'm talking about my football player, nigga Richard.
Yeah,
but then I was like, nigga, don't fuck with this nigga. Don't fuck with this nigga. I was pointing at nigga chops. I said, nigga, don't fuck with none of these niggas. If you or that nigga or that bitch or that, if any niggas ever like disrespect one of these niggas, I'm gonna be a nigga you gonna fuck with. Because nigga, these my niggas. These niggas ain't gonna fight you, but nigga, I'm gonna slap all you niggas. Right. And that nigga was like, for real, I'm sorry. He skirt off like tucked his tail like a little bitch.
I didn't mean to bring up names.
You know,
it's good.
No, you good. We live in the day and age of we have as fortunate as school shooters.
Yeah.
I want to say this.
At the time we were doing it, there was no school shooting. And niggas was feeling that shit they had.
No, but that's what I'm saying is we're lucky, or I was lucky to have a guy like you, is because I knew if I was ever to get bullied, and that's why I left the next year after, is because I didn't have no one to defend me, and I was getting bullied a lot. But what I'm trying to say is I was lucky to have someone like you, because there's a lot of people out there who would get bullied and would never say anything. Mm-hmm. But we needed someone like Ernest who would say, you know what, this guy thinks he's a tough guy.
I'm gonna show you what the tough guy really is.
Exactly. And if we had that,
straight D's.
Yeah.
And that's why I've always loved martial arts, and why I'm gonna, when I have my babies and even my nephews and nieces.
Oh yeah, my kids,
age,
my kids.
Exactly.
You gotta be able to protect them, bro.
I want to teach them that is because we wouldn't have so much of this.
Sensei should.
Yeah.
Hey, sensei.
We wouldn't have any of this.
Senpai should.
Nah, not senpai.
Come on, senpai, nigga. Come on, nigga, work to my anime shit, senpai.
Come
on, nigga, work to my anime niggas. Niggas gonna be senpai.
It's gotta be sensei, but for me at least.
It would be sensei on some real shit. Could be sensei, but nigga, in my head would be my nigga. It's gonna be senpai.
But in reality, it's like when I left school, is because I was getting bullied a lot.
No way, man.
Facts. Word to my mother.
Fuck, I wish you would have told me like something earlier. I would have fucking been with you.
Word to my mother. And I know that there was a lot of other kids that were like me that didn't really get a chance. Like I said, my mother worked for the school district. I can go to any school I wanted to, so she put me in independent studies, and that worked out great.
Perfect for you.
And what I'm trying to say is, if we had more young Ernests who were willing to stand up to the bullies, so if there's any young ones watching this, if you see someone getting bullied and you can do something and you can stand up for them, do that.
Do it, even like whatever it takes. Like if they're showing violence, bro, you might have to give that back.
Let them know.
And it's never cool to like bully someone. Like man, like that is like the most wackest shit ever. Like if you have to bully someone, like bully like someone who's weaker than you, like.
Nigga, let me tell you. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, nigga. So I was a sophomore. My brother was a freshman, and my sister was a sophomore. We twins and shit, right? And at the time. Everybody know my brother. Everybody know my sister is. Mm-hmm. But the grade above me, especially like the seniors, they don't know who the fuck we is. Cause nigga, I'm a sophomore. They just knew me from football. Uh-huh. So the football players and basketball players and wrestlers knew me, but nigga, not like the goth kids or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? They didn't know me and shit. But
I fuck with everybody in high school.
But you know what I mean? I tried to fuck with everybody. Right. But you know what I mean? But I kept to my group mostly. You feel me?
Right.
But my sister told me one day that some kid was bullying her and was talking shit, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. You gonna have to point this nigga out. She was like, he's not black. I was like, well, point this nigga out. She pointed him out. I was like, okay, I think I know who the fuck this nigga is. And my brother told me, hey, this dude was bullying me. He was like, John talk shit, and I was like, okay, who is this? He pointed him out. I was like, oh, the same nigga. Okay, well, let me introduce him to my family. You feel me?
For real.
Nigga, I walked up on him. I was like, my nigga, you think you could talk to my sister any type of way? He was like, who's your sister? I was like, her. And he was like, I know. He was like, I know that's your sister. I was like, and my nigga, you think you can talk to my brother any type of way? He was like, who's your brother? I was like, that nigga right there. He's like, I didn't know. I was like, nigga, that's my cousin right there. You know that nigga, right? He was like, yeah. I said, that nigga should have told you who the fuck my family is. So since you didn't get the message that you don't talk to this lady this way, this girl this way, and this guy this way, I'm gonna show you something different. Because I'm their older brother and I set by a very good example. Grab a nigga right by his throat, off key. Right when I said that, I was like, I'm gonna show you a different thing. Grab him by his throat. Pick this nigga up, left hand, sweep his legs, straight to the ground. Right hand, whap to the nose. Nose open like a faucet. Whap to the eye. Eye fucking got big. Whap to the eye. Whap to the eye and whap to the nose. Give him 6 good ones. And I said, my nigga, you ever talk to this girl like this again, your eyes will be right here and your eyes will not be moving like this. Talk to this nigga like this, your eyes will not be moving. And a couple of these other niggas, they know who the fuck I am, my
Yeah, why
nigga.
you do that,
So
bro?
do not speak out of turn.
And that's the thing is, my
No,
mom,
hold up, nigga. And this nigga,
One would have been good enough, bro.
he was so, I'm talking about, and this nigga was a senior.
Oh, okay.
I was a sophomore.
So he was already on fuck it.
This
Like,
nigga pissed his pants.
Whoa.
He had jeans on. He pissed his pants. When I let him up, he got up. He ran to the bathroom, and his ass didn't leave the bathroom all day. And my cousin was his best friend. And so I looked at my cousin, and I said, nigga, come here. You know my cousin, nigga's on drugs now. Look, come here. Slapped his ass right in the face. I said, so why the fuck you think if my sister told me, she had to tell your ass first because that's your friend. Don't ever put me in a situation where you have to fuck your friend and that's your goddamn friend. You supposed to set a goddamn boundary. Nigga, it's family over anything else.
Nigga.
And that nigga was like, I'm sorry. I said, no. It's family over anything else, my nigga. And you just try to fuck her over, try to fuck my brother over, and now I slapped your ass. I hope you got the message. Cause nigga, I'm they big brother and I don't fuck with that shit, family or nothing. You just try to fuck over my direct family, so now I'm about to set a fucking example. And nigga, I didn't fuck his ass for like a couple of days and shit. Then he got the message. His homeboy left my sister alone, left my brother
School
alone.
didn't say nothing. Or
I wanna.
No, nigga, this was at lunch and this was in like a little small spot,
Yeah.
Oh,
little
shit.
small little area and shit.
Secluded.
I wanna ask you guys both this question just to kind of get back on a more positive note, because I know we talking about fighting and all
Yeah.
that. I wanna ask you guys this on a positive note because I feel like a lot of people don't get asked this question, and I think it's a real personal question.
Okay.
And because I know that we all had our own experiences in school, but we all had that favorite subject and a favorite teacher. So I want to start with Darren, and then I'll start with you. Darren, what was your favorite subject, and who was your favorite teacher who taught that subject, and why did you like it the most?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really know I don't remember the teachers' names because all I cared about was like the learning, but physics.
Physics?
That shit got
What
me
year?
hooked. What's up?
Senior year, freshman year?
It was like sophomore year.
Okay. Just so people can get a time frame, probably look it up for you.
Yeah, like I graduated 2016, so from East, but
Central East.
Central East.
There we go.
Yeah.
Get people at school to look up.
You're right. Yeah, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with aerial technology and like just like
Ooh, okay.
aviation.
Hell yeah.
That Top Gun 2 came out. I fucking fell in love.
At the
bro.
time?
At the time.
Hell
bro.
yeah, my nigga.
I just bro. I want to join the Air Force for real.
Real?
Be up in the sky with it.
And you know what's crazy, Darren, is I think about the same thing too.
Yeah.
But I know for me,
Wasn't your
is I can't join the military, which is something I always want to work on, and I got to talk to my psychologist. I always had dreams. I knew I'd be a good soldier. I know I'm physically fit.
wasn't your
My grandpa was in the Air Force.
Yeah, the Air Force, yeah.
But for me, it's automatic disqualification because I take SSRIs. In order for me to get into MEPS, the screening is I have to be off it for 1 year without having an episode.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I
Show
can do
good
that.
mental fortitude.
Facts. Because the cutoff age for me and you to enlist is 35.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm about to be 25.
And not to
I'm
sorry,
23.
Darren, not to get off subject, but your grandpa didn't mess up his ears?
Well, here's the thing: is I always wanted to follow in his footsteps because he was a jet mechanic.
He's a
during
great man.
Yeah, during the Vietnam War.
Yeah. And my
Oh,
uncle
shit.
fought in the same war, bro.
Facts. Me and you,
We
we have a
connect,
lot in
we
common.
connect, yeah.
Tied, bro. For real.
And his thing was the reason why he went deaf is because during the time, it wasn't like today where you have earmuffs and earplugs.
Yeah, this
and-
is
They were just
a-
straight in like the
Mhm.
wind, just like they can hear the wind.
And I remember my grandpa told me sometimes when planes weren't broken, and not to say there was nothing to do, but when there was nothing to do, he would have to go and load up the bullets and the missiles.
Oh,
And
shit.
even though my grandpa said that he knew that like he knew what he was loading up, but he also thought about all his friends because my grandpa was in the Air Force, but he also had friends in the Army, and he knew that they were stationed at the same place.
Yep.
So he was thinking, you know what? Even though I'm loading up these bombs and these bullets, and I know what they're doing, like why are they there? Because people call them and say, hey, we need you to come and drop these bombs off at this place. Like, they got us fucked up.
Yeah,
And
like,
my grandpa
It's for
always
support.
exactly, and my
There's
grandpa
support.
always said he never thought about his personal health. He said as soon as he got the call, he always just went out there and did his job.
Yep.
right.
And I remember he told me when he was going to boot camp and they were testing him, a jet cockpit isn't like a car engine. You don't just lift the hood. You have to crawl inside a little crawl space. And I remember he told me that
The
he was
planes were smaller back then too. It was like 1 or 2 seaters, bro.
exactly. And I remember he told me this message. He told me there was this one time where a plane got like shot or something like that, and they had to swap out the driver and basically like buckle him in and shit and make sure that he was all good.
Mhm.
And at this time, the Vietnam people, I'm not too familiar with it, but they were attacking air bases,
Yeah.
and their air base was getting attacked.
Mhm.
And the one thing that he told me that always stuck with me, he said, Isaiah, I didn't have time to be scared. The only thing I thought of was I had a job to do, and I had to do the job. And I know for me, like, I've worked labor jobs, I've worked retail jobs, I've done everything. I know my purpose is greater than that. And my biggest thing that always bothered me is the fact that I've taken SSRI since I was 12. And that's an ultimate disqualification. But I know, like, you know me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew if I was
You're
to
good
get an
enough to,
opportunity, I knew I'd be able to. And that was always my dream, is to serve my country like my grandpa. But I never got to. And hearing you say you think about joining the Air Force, like, that's really inspiring, you know? Because my grandpa always told me that we always need a few good men.
Yeah. My uncle said the same message.
And let's be real. I don't want to get on the whole baby mama talk, but there's a lot of men out here who aren't men.
Yeah.
And my grandpa told me that a real man would put his life down and leave his family to go protect where they sleep.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, so, like, Darren, like, if you're physical and you're able and you can do that, do it, man. Because I remember all the stories my grandpa told me of him traveling to Spain, traveling to Korea, being in Vietnam, coming to
This is
America.
different, bro.
You know,
This is so
yeah.
different.
And he had told me, he was like, I remember when I came back to Fresno, I came home and no one was home. You know?
That's sad, bro.
And that's sad. But he always said that it didn't matter about when he came home, because I know that's what a lot of people deal with PTSD. Even my uncle, you know, he served in Desert Storm.
Oh, shit.
Where I get my name, Desert
That's
Storm.
fucking different. Yo, they used to fire on their own soldiers.
And that's what he said. He was like, it doesn't matter, you know, if I came home to nothing. All that matters is that I had a job to do, and I did my job. And that's the type of man that I feel like I am, is just give me a job and I'll do it. You know? And that's why I always feel like I would have been
Task
good.
at hand, bro. For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And I feel like that's the thing, like, what's wrong with society nowadays is these men, they don't have a
The
purpose.
drive, bro. They don't have the drive, bro, like we do.
Mm-mm.
I need the money right now so I can do this.
You know? Like, think about it, Darren. How many niggas do we know who get you know, a little bit of money and then just blow it off on, like, some fuck shit? Cause
Everyone.
Everyone.
Every single last one of them.
They look out for themselves, really. I mean,
But
why
you know,
wouldn't
you
they?
know, but
Why
you know,
wouldn't they, though?
but I'm gonna have to step in on this. You know why all these niggas has done that, and it's a thing that's wrong with society.
Enlighten me.
Nobody's taught anybody that's in the ghetto or anybody that's in the poverty-stricken spots. Nobody taught them how to actually handle money. Nobody taught them what to do when you actually get a couple dollars. You have to kind of learn by trial and error.
In school, we didn't learn anything about
no,
checks.
No, but you gotta learn by trial and error, and that's the whole thing that I feel like it fucks a lot of people
They didn't
up.
teach
because,
me how to open a bank account.
But I feel like this is what
You're
makes
right.
a lot of people up. Once you get a taste of money, then once you piss it all away, you feel like you'll never get it again, and you don't try again. And I feel like if the system will let you know that that's the system, you get some, you lose some, but you gotta learn how to balance it or work with it, or it's gonna get everything taken from you. I feel like that should be taught more in schools these days. Like the actual value of money, to actually know how to balance a checkbook, to know how to put money away, to learn how to invest in your credit, to do shit that will get the young man and young woman to the next step when they leave their parents' house. Because that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. When you try to leave your parents' house, especially in a spot like California, like Fresno, California, or Clovis, when you're in a spot like this, if you're not making like a money in abundance, you have to go for a low income. And if you don't go, most jobs you get paid decent enough if you single that they're not gonna give you low income. So it's a gray area where you either live with your parents and stack a little bit, or you're gonna be basically on the streets.
And I've never lived without my parents. I still live at home.
And it's a thing, bro. And it's a people in society makes it like a negative stereotype to live with your parents. No, if that's the only thing that you have to do to stack your money to get to the next spot, that's the only spot. Because you either stack your money and be secure, or fend for your money on the street and not know where your next dollar is gonna fucking come, and have to like hide your dollars. So it's a situation. It's a tricky situation, my nigga. They should teach the youth more about the next step,
Yo,
like
Darren,
once you actually get to the next step.
And I feel you, Casey, on that. I really fucking feel you. But Darren, let me ask you this, because we were talking before off cam about you wanting to try out for that Fresno City basketball.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll give anybody fucking buckets, bro. Let me know,
And,
bro.
but
Where
I
the
want to
fuck's
ask you
that,
this.
bro?
I want to ask you
Come
this.
on, now.
Based on your knowledge and maybe you playing, because this is the perfect example, and I love this example. J.R. Smith made the golf team of, I forgot some college.
At like 30-something.
30-something years old. So my nigga Darren right here is real smart, and you said you want to travel with the basketball team. Do you feel like...
I can keep up with these guys, bro.
Yeah, thank you. I was trying to say, do you
That's
feel
in
like...
college right now?
'Cause how old are you,
Yeah.
25?
24.
24. Do you feel like if you were tomorrow to say, you know what, I got to get in... For me, it's camp. It's called camp. When you're a fighter, you get into camp 3 to 4 months, and you know you got to fight. Do you feel like tomorrow you can get into camp and say, you know what, I'm going to hoop with these guys? Or do you feel like it's more of a, I just want to do it because I've never done it?
I can feel like I can go tomorrow, bro, and just hoop with these guys, bro. Just like ready to go. Like, put me on the team, coach. Shit.
Yeah.
Let me know.
You
But
It's fucking hot out here, though.
want a little?
yeah. But if you were going to try out, what position would you try out for? And do you think you would come off the bench, or do you think you can be so?
If I had to come off the bench, I would, because I know, like, I would fight for a starting position. Like, there ain't no way, like, somebody's gonna say they're better than me. Like, fuck no. Let me see what I can do. I'm cool with that. I'm fucking, I'm lit right now.
No.
What do you feel like your
Tell you,
strongest?
I'm drinking too.
What are
Tell
like
you,
your, what
nigga.
are like your strongest
Toasty.
points as a player? What do you feel like you have to offer?
Shooting, I can shoot.
What about
driving?
What about under pressure, my nigga?
Under
Because
pressure.
you know there's
too.
gonna be people in the
I'm telling
stands.
because
One on ones, all
hold
that,
up.
bro. I'm with
Hold
it.
up, Darren. Before we get into this,
This is a good topic.
I love this
This
topic.
is a good topic.
What's the time? What's the time?
We at 32, and my ride's coming at 4:30, so we got 15 minutes.
Okay, 32. Yeah. Okay. Darren, have you played any team sport like basketball on a team, like let's say for like high school, middle school, anything like that?
I played for middle school for a bit. I played in elementary school too. That's what really got me started.
You didn't play high school?
No, I didn't play in high school. I tried out freshman year, injured myself,
Damn.
and just like
What injury?
it was my left calf, and like one of the tendons like snapped,
Damn, nigga.
and like I was just going too hard, bro. Like trying to sprint, trying to keep up with the younger guys, bro. Like fuck.
Okay, so basically that's when you like basically stopped going.
I gave up and I just went for school. If anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
'cause it took time to heal.
But would you say you're fully healthy right now?
I would say
Confidently?
I would say I feel pretty good right now. Like I can hop on the court and like really keep up with these guys.
And your
bro.
knees and your legs will be fine.
Yeah.
okay.
If I have to get ice, shit, I'll ice my
What
shit
what
up
was
too.
your highest scoring game in middle school?
Damn, I don't even remember stats like that. Maybe like 8 points.
Who would you model yourself after someone in the NBA? What was your play?
Hold on.
My play style?
Go ahead.
Shit.
I was about to.
Because this is gonna get people. This is gonna get people at home of if he does try out for this Fresno City team. This is what we're gonna be looking for.
Yeah, you right.
They scouted.
Give 'em all.
Nah, it would be a mix between like James Harden and Klay Thompson.
I did Klay Thompson. So I seen you. I seen you spot up and shoot. Your spot up and shoot is pretty good. Who the fuck is that, nigga? I've never seen that nigga.
Let's
around.
say that's just sitting clean too.
So let me ask you this: do you have any type of like regimen, like in the backhand of when you start, or when do you hope to maybe get in talks with the Fresno City team? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this something that's gonna happen this season?
Yeah, whenever the next semester comes
So it'll
up,
be the fall.
I'm gonna sign up for school and then just fucking try out for the team. Talk to the coach.
Because like I want to say this, like we've always promoted my upcoming fights. All of my fights have been promoted on here. I think me and Casey should promote.
Go to the games, bro. That'd be dope.
And we
bro.
will.
Yo,
We
go
will,
to the
because that's what
games,
we're
bro.
about.
The footage
and-
and shit. Nigga?
And I remember I was in the same position as him, thinking, oh, you know what? I'm thinking about doing this first tournament. Ernest, what do you think I should do? He said, you know
Go
what, do
for
it.
it, man. Yeah.
Go for it. And here I am
Yeah.
now. You know,
Why not?
got a couple tournaments under my belt, and that's the thing. What you're 24.
And
but
going
every
for another
25.
one, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
You ain't lying, bro.
And that's the thing is,
Sorry to cut you off, Isaiah, because look, you got to think of it in this term. Me and Isaiah for 7 years said we should start a podcast. Nigga, it took Corona for us to actually start a podcast, nigga. And then we started a fucking podcast, and then nigga, you know what I mean? I'm not stopping, my nigga. So
Yes, sir.
Isaiah not stopping, my nigga. So we not stopping because we gonna document his whole entire journey.
And imagine like you could look back like maybe because you can still go to a state team, right?
Yeah, nigga.
Probably, yeah.
And
You
that's
know,
the thing.
Hey, Paul George did that shit. He played for state and then.
Did he go to
look where
Fresno
he's at now.
Pacific? I believe he went to Fresno
We
Pacific.
can do that, bro.
You
So
know,
you gotta think about it, nigga. If just like we documented your journey through jiu-jitsu, and hopefully we documented all the way till you get black,
facts.
nigga. If you start your journey now, you can either get to a G League, to
Even
any
if you
type
get,
of league,
and I want to
feel me?
salute Ticket TV. He's the guy, and I don't want to say on the last episode, I started watching NBA because of the bubble. A guy who got me into it was a YouTuber called Ticket TV. He never made it to the NBA, but you know what he did make it to? The overseas league.
Mm-hmm.
And he's living
The
lavishly
Euro
right
League,
now.
nigga.
EuroLeague, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Living lavishly.
Yeah, bro.
And
Because
so
they
even
pay like
though-
6 figures, bro, and that's just good money.
Exactly. So
If
even
you come
right
from
now,
nothing, 6 figures is a lot.
exactly. So I know if Ticket TV can do it, and I think he got drafted when he was like 28, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to think in the EuroLeagues is different than the NBA, my nigga.
It is.
He got
The
drafted when
rules
he was
is different,
28.
the-
He had a
the
career
speed
until
is
he was
different.
like 34, 35,
Yeah.
and he retired and he had a bag.
Yeah.
My
bad.
nigga Darren, it's not, and plus you're gonna have your academics
Yeah, nigga.
Right.
to always back you. So like my nigga, like next time you're on the pod, I want to hear that you doing some shit, my nigga. Like I want to hear that you
Working
you
out
in the
about it,
gym.
Yeah, so my
Nigga,
nigga.
you on a
But,
diet.
but that's the thing, like in Fresno, like they don't got shit out here. Like out in Sacramento, they got 24-hour
It don't matter.
fitness, like gyms, all that. But I
It
be
don't
at the
matter.
park with it.
Cause,
don't matter.
Yeah, you can find a park.
You know
nigga,
what?
get
You wanna
you
know
a-
why it don't matter?
Get you
It's
a helmet with
because
a light, nigga.
you know why it don't matter is because my professor right now started and he still trains in a fucking garage.
Thank you, God, nigga. Come on now.
That's all it takes.
And you know what? He got third place at Worlds. Third place. But you know what? That's Worlds.
That's worlds, nigga.
That's Japan. That's Africa. That's Europe. That's California. That's
Fuck.
Fresno, my nigga.
To know.
On a map. What the fuck?
And that's what I'm
I
trying to
don't
say,
know.
Darren, is, you know,
On the
we
map.
we do two different games. You got to make the ball in the hoop. I got to choke these niggas out. But you
Yep.
know what? It's still the same grind. And you know what? I
Same
never
grind.
wrestled in elementary school. Me and you are both at the same level, nigga. We're not going to be like these 16, 17-year-old niggas, John Moran.
See,
you know,
and
coming straight
Isaiah,
out.
Doing
Isaiah, did
flashy
you-
shit, all that shit.
But
dunking,
as long as
we
we
gon-
got the
we
heart,
gon-
nigga, and we in
yeah,
the gym, and like
we
I
in
said,
there.
and you a real shooter, that's all that matters. Because you know what do teams need? Teams need real motherfucking shooters. Teams
Isaiah.
need real niggas that can play two sides.
Isaiah, let me ask you this:
Defense,
did
too,
you
I
play
think
any?
trying to walk
Did you
up.
play any team sports in school?
The only thing I did was track and field.
So you know some of the pressure of having to compete with people on you, and that's why I knew you was gonna be able to compete in jiu-jitsu, nigga. Because you have to understand, like, you gotta understand the when the bright lights. What the fuck is that?
That's my one.
Oh, this. Oh,
That's my red right there.
But you gotta understand like the bright lights and shit. You gotta understand like the pressures of it, because if you could do it on a court when we nobody around, nobody cheering and booing and shit like that, that's fine. But you gotta actually do it when there's lights, when there's pressure, when there's niggas on you for 4 quarters, when the stands is going crazy, when you got
Right.
people in there that
You
you
scoring. You scoring.
yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you have to actually know
Hey,
how to
is the door-
perform.
Is the door open?
Yeah, it should be open.
Is the door-
But you gotta understand how to like to perform under pressure, and shit. That's why I was actually if you played in any type of collegiate sport, because if you played in middle school or elementary, but the best thing is to try to play in high school, because that's the closest thing to college. It's the closest thing to the next step, and that's all I was saying. If you played like basketball in high school, but you said you got injured,
Yeah.
and so let me
And I
just,
just didn't try after that. Like I gave up.
I'm just gonna show you this
I
this
gave
little
up,
this
for
little
real.
story. What's the time?
We have 38, almost
38.
45 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna show you this little story about the time where I helped win us a football game and on the Central football team. It was I forget who the fuck was playing, you know what I mean? I got a little CTE. I forget who the fuck was playing, but I won't forget the play. It was the last play, we were up by 2. They was on goal line. I was playing D tackle. I had my nigga Beza behind me. I had my nigga Patrick behind me before he turned to a base. I don't know if he a base anymore, but he was a base for a minute. I had Patrick behind me, and I had my nigga Rich at the end. I had my boy Ruiz, but it's Isaac, nigga. My nigga Off the Top Inc. Instagram, shout that nigga out. That nigga's a fucking real tattoo artist and shit. That nigga was at the other end, and the play was for me and Isaac to stunt. But I like just you could call it football IQ. You could just call it a lucky read, whatever the fuck you want. By the time I watch a lot of football and I watch a lot of defense, I watch a lot of offense. I play both sides, but I watch my position a lot. The D tackle position, I watched it a lot. And at the time, Warren Sapp was like my favorite D tackle, and so I watched all his Raider games, all his Buccaneers games. You know what I mean? Because I want to really like dive into that position,
Model
like
yourself,
real deep.
right, yeah.
And so I watched his play and I saw how he read the offense and how he made an audible for himself. He didn't tell anybody, but he made a self audible. And so Reese, Isaac, he's still stunning to come to my side. I'll bull rush the fucking guard. And so since he's stunning on my side, it was a weak side over there. But luckily, their play was going to our side. I read it because I knew all game they've been running power side. Power side, just to let you people know who don't know what football is, power side is the side that has a tight end.
Yeah.
So the weak side is where you don't have a tight end, or if it's double tight end set, depend on who's the blocking tight end, receiver tight end. You gotta point out. Being on defense, you point out who's the receiver tight end, who's the blocking tight end. And you'll over the time your mic will figure that out. But they didn't run double tight end set. They only run one tight end set, and it was strong side. And they was running strong side a lot. And so they was running strong side a lot, nigga. And so I bull rushed the middle, took the guard, took him out. He was on his back flat. The play came to me. The quarterback was handing the ball off. I went for the quarterback, but he just got the ball off. So on film, I'm tackling the quarterback, but it was right as he handed the ball off, so there's no flag. And then over the top, like a fucking missile, my nigga Beza knocks the fucking the running back or the fullback, kills him, blows his ass off the play, and then like a steamroller, that nigga Pat came in and killed the running back. Nigga, us three made the play, and my nigga Isaac blew up the center. Like the whole gap in the middle was all wrecked. And so on film was like one of the best plays of the year because it was the last game. It was a stop, and that won us the game. And it was home game, so you know what I mean, it's in front of our home crowd, so it felt good. But the whole A, B, and C gap was all blew up.
Plugged, bro.
And
Blitz,
nigga, everybody just got free hits. And so, bro, on film, it looked like superstar play. But that was like under the bright lights, pressure, at home, everybody in the crowd on our side cheering, everybody on their side booing. But they, you know, it's their time to make the play, our time to fucking hold court. We held court, and not only did we held court, made a fucking fantastic play. So that's what's the whole point of, like I'm saying, you gotta understand how to perform under the bright lights. And performing under the bright lights is making plays like that, like being in the moment.
And that's the thing is, I can kind of chip into this. My last tournament was in the Stockton motherfucking arena.
Yep.
And it's the equivalent to us Fresno niggas as a Safe Mart Center.
Yes, sir.
So if you're listening to this,
that's
from
a big,
Fresno,
that's a big venue.
it's a big venue.
Yeah.
And you gotta think, I'm a nigga that never did anything collegiate level, never wrestled or anything like that. And when I was walking out there and I seen, you know, the name on the Jumbotron, it made me feel like one of them ball playing niggas.
Hell yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, Darren, is me and you are in the same boat. We're just two little niggas from Fresno, and we
Trying
got
to make it.
dreams.
Trying to make it, my nigga.
And if I can be there at the Stockton Arena at 23 years old, and I never did anything, nigga, you can be at the Fresno City Gym, nigga. You can be at the Merced Gym, wherever the fuck you're playing against. Under those big lights. And
Yes,
trust me,
sir.
it's gonna be a little nerve-wracking. Because I'm not
Fuck
gonna lie,
yeah, it
like,
is, nigga.
I mean, I'm not the type
But
of
it's
nigga.
gonna test your metal,
I'm
my
gonna
nigga.
score, bro. I'm not there to fucking
It's
worry
gonna
about
test
scoring.
And
I'll
that's the
test
thing,
your
is like,
metal,
bro,
my
if you
nigga.
can still shoot while the niggas are booing your name, that's all that matters.
Hell yeah.
If you can still make those contested shots, and even though if it's your first game at Fresno City, and you can make those shots. He's over here trying. I'm telling him he needs to try for the Fresno City team.
I'm trying to, man.
My
over
brother,
here
my,
getting
my
lit,
brother
though.
making a little,
Let's
my brother
go
making a
with
little
you, man.
cameo.
It's been too long.
Nigga, you can
It's
do it,
kinda
my
hot
G.
right now, but
You can do it. You can do it.
But hell yeah, Darren, like, come on, Puss, give him some words. Give him some,
Give him some
give him
words.
some words of advice. Come on, Puss, give him some words of advice.
what court, bro? What court we going
Ah, bros.
to? What court we going to? I know.
But you know what I'm saying, like Darren, like when it comes to your dream, my nigga, like you gotta go for it, my nigga, because it's either you live your life wondering what if, or you be like, I found out, like I know that I'm not that nigga, or I know I could be that nigga. Like That's the reason why we doing this podcast, bro. Cause nigga, I'm not expecting us to fucking get 1 million viewers in 1 year. I'm not expecting us to do it by year 2. But I hope by year 5 we reach a fucking goal, my nigga, because it's the point of consistency. It's the point that these people gonna see us every Tuesday at 11 a.m. getting some shit from us, either giving some topics about life, about the news, about Fresno shit, about what's going on, and you know what I mean? We gonna be hitting you with the real shit that's going on. And progress about what's going on with everybody's life. Like what Isaiah's doing his jiu-jitsu tournaments. Isaiah's getting music, me getting and trying to get in music. You trying to hoop. Like everybody's trying to do some little thing to help out the next person. And with the podcast, bro, we can be able to, hopefully one day we can be able to help out the whole fucking city of Fresno. Because nigga, they just dropped, shout out Swamp Stories. They just dropped this shit on Swamp Stories about Fresno. It covers a dark light of Fresno about Fresno Bulldogs and shit, but it still covers Fresno, nigga, because they say in there, Fresno is like a no city, no name. Like nobody gives a fuck about Fresno. Because everybody gives a fuck about the big metropolitan cities like LA. Fucking even Sac, nigga, because Mozzie from there.
Sacktown,
but like
Grove, all
San
that.
Francisco, like people care about the big cities. People don't give a fuck about Fresno. But if people like us, people like I forget the nigga name, but it's a little young Bulldog nigga on there. He a nigga.
300.
There he go. That nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I listen to his music. He go hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like.
But he
It's-
ain't. I'm gonna put the receipts out there. He said he the coldest in Fresno. I might have to disagree because my nigga PA Medallion is the coldest in Fresno, and we can really do that.
I don't know who that nigga is, but I know who.
He's from Pottle Street.
I know that the little Mexican Bulldog nigga. I listen to that nigga because that the Swamp Stories.
Pottle Street.
And I fuck with little dude because he hard, bro. Like he put on for the Bulldogs and shit. And he really from Fresno, my nigga. Like he ain't one of these fake niggas that's from somewhere else and just put on Fresno. Like he from Fresno,
Yeah,
he
but
from
we
the
ain't fuck
dirt.
with those dogs, though,
I don't give a fuck, nigga. I ain't trying to have no beef for nobody, nigga. Because at the end of the day, nigga, if we trying to spread love, we gotta be cool with Bulldogs. Because nigga, I got blood homies. I don't give a fuck about that. I got Bulldog homies, nigga. My nigga Isaac, nigga. I got Bulldog homies, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't care. To be real, gang banging has changed. My bad, my nigga. Gang banging has changed. I don't give a fuck about where you from, about this. I don't care about that, nigga. History is history. What we could do now, nigga, is change the game for these young niggas. Because I got kids, my nigga. Isaac got kids. My other niggas that
that's
bang
why
got
I'm gonna
kids.
say I don't fuck with them niggas because you know what? I don't fuck with any gang member, my nigga. Because if you're a grown ass man, you start here gaming, you take care of.
That's the thing, nigga. If you an active gang member, if you're an active
There's
gang member,
fucking, my nigga.
I feel like if you're an active gang member, you lost. Because if you're an active gang member, you feel me? You kind of contributed to the
It's not
problem.
just dogs, nigga. It's
But
everyone,
if you gang affiliated or if you're an old gang banger, like if you used to gang bang but you don't fucking do that shit no more, you just be in the hood and reside where you from, like there's a difference, my nigga. Like active gang members out here putting in work. A gang banger that's actually that put in work already or already did that and done it, who just putting on for their hood, you know what I mean? It's different. And that's what I'm saying. Like I got real love for niggas that's different. Oh, they're my boy Island. Hell
I'm
yeah.
about to tear up out of here.
That's bad.
I'm about to tear up out of here.
That's bad. I don't want to do your mom like that.
No, I gotta get
Man,
up out of
I
here.
am fucking.
Well,
What's the
time?
what's the
Oh, it's
time?
47. We gotta wrap this up.
Can you take us out?
I'm
I'm
gonna
way
take us out of
too
here.
sauce
Look,
right now.
all I'm trying to say is to wrap this up. Hopefully by the next time Darren's on this podcast, we'll have some update. Maybe he's doing a little strength and conditioning. Hopefully for me, I would have get some more rolls in. You know, I'm still working to cut weight. I still got 4 pounds to lose.
Thank you, man.
My nigga KC, you know, he's the leader of this shit, the general, and it's been a good one. Salute to my nigga Darren, bro.
Oh yeah. This has been another episode of Team 7 Podcast, and this is a wrap up.
Yo, salute.